Hi there. If you've been collecting video games or computer games for as long as I've been collecting computer games and video games, you'll remember the good old days where you would get ridiculous amounts of items for your money, and it made sense because the stuff's out of date. Modern technology comes along, and then all of a sudden everything went crazy and you ended up paying a fortune for individual. Everyone seems to think that because a game's more than 10 years old, all of a sudden it's worth a fortune and you've got to really try hard. Well, about 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I went with a friend of mine to a charity shop in Mill Hill, which is sort of near Edgware, I suppose. Not really quite near Edgware, but anyway, yeah, I suppose that would probably be the closest thing to describe it to. Anyway, I'm going off track here. Ultimately, I'm looking at the CDs and DVDs and hoping to find the odd PS2 game or PS1 game or Xbox game, and they pick up this bag and they're like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, wow, that's got to be some insane amount of money, because anytime a charity shop now gets hold of anything like this, they usually are asking like £5-10 a cartridge. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be something like Tetris or it could be something phenomenal, and it always seems to be the same amount of money. So if I turn it over, I will show you the price I paid. This is 2018, and there we go, £12. So that roughly works out to $16-18 for this whole bag of games. So I haven't gone through them yet. So there could be some great stuff in there. It looks like there's a couple of good items in there. Or there could be one or two good items and the rest is complete crap. But let's have a look. Right. And as you can see, it looks like there's a combination of Gamegear and Gameboy games as well, which is always good because I got both systems. So let's start off first. Mortal Kombat. I think I've already got it. Okay, Double Dragon. What else have we got in here? Oops, I'll leave that one over for the minute. I'll do the Game Boy games first. Super Mario Land. Who hasn't got that one? Oh, now we're talking. We're talking some phenomenally good item. Nothing like one of these cartridges. I don't know if you can see it through the packet. A 64-in-1. Absolutely. Let's see if I can see the text on it. I don't even think the text. Hang on one sec. Sorry about this. Alright, I got it out of the cartridge thing. So let's have a look. And yeah, I can't read any of that. But I'm assuming there's the usual Super Mario Land, the general sort of things. There's probably about 10-12 games on there, and then they're just regurgitated over and over again. But I always love them sort of cartridges because you just never know what you're going to find. Next one is Power Rangers, the movie. Never played it. Let's see what else we've got. Let's put them over to one side. Oh, okay. We have a Teenage Mutant. Now, is that a Ninja Turtles or a Hero Turtles? Because everybody knows that ninjas were bad back in the day, so they had to be called heroes. I know it's a Ninja Turtles, but then it's from USA, so it would be a Ninja Turtles. Fall of the Foot Clan. Look what else we got. Oh, there. You can't have Super Mario Land without having Super Mario Land 2. And what else? Just trying to find some more of the game. Oh, there we are. There's a Pokemon. Whether that's a legit Pokemon or not, since we've already found that 64 in one. Let's have a quick look at it and see if it looks anywhere near legit. So it's got Nintendo Game Boy, USA version. What we got written at the top there? Made in Japan. Patent pending. It's got that. It looks, yeah, it looks fairly legit, that, which is always nice. Let's see, without opening it up, that is, could probably open it up and it could be something totally different, because if we compare that to another Game Boy game that no one would have bothered doing, obviously that's in the red thing. So again, we've got this one here, WWF Superstars, and let's see, that one's got that, made in Japan, patent pending. So yeah, I would say chances are that Pokemon is either legit or it is a very good knockoff. But oh, the classic Tetris. Oh, why have one Tetris when you can have two? Okay, see what else we got. Oh, not played this one before. Star Trek 25th anniversary. I think I had that on the Commodore Amiga, of all things. Okay, see that, Donkey Kong. Again, I don't think I've got that one, so that's always handy. And let's see what else we can find. Oh, another classic. Love this game, Bubble Bobble. One of the greatest arcade games ever, I think. Let's see what else we have. Alright, so I'm kind of running a bit thin on our Game Boy game. Oh, there you go. Jackpot. Mega Man. Let's see. And what Mega Man? Mega Man 4. USA version. Yeah, looks pretty good. I would say that's a legit version. Or at least they've used a legit cartridge, if nothing else. That's very good. I think I've got the original Mega Man and that's it. Okay, before I get on to the Gamegear games, let's see what else we got here. So obviously this got thrown in, just a PlayStation 1 Competition Pro memory card, because looks like a cartridge, I suppose. Oh, an official PlayStation memory card, and as you can see, a little bit sun damage there. What else do we have? Alright, and then we've got some Game Boy Advance games here. So that's Splinter Cell, and we've got a Pokemon Sapphire, which again has all the right markings. Looks like it should be legit, but again, with these things, without opening them up, it's kind of hard to tell. But on the general sort of front of it, it looks okay. Oh, looks like we've still got some more. We got this one here, F1 Race, which looking at that, you can link up four Nintendo Game Boys. I've heard of this game before, and I think this is probably the only game that allows you to do that as well. because that adapter wasn't exactly the most popular thing in the world. Right, I think that is all of the Game Boy games. So now let's see what we got in the way of Gamegear games. So we got Super Off-Road, Gamegear, and that looks like an American version of it. Yeah. What's the rating on this one? It doesn't have a rating, does it? So the rating on that one is GA, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. What else do we have? Oh, this one. Okay, US Gold presents Olympic Games. And what Olympic Games was this? Oh, okay, it is Lilyhammer 94. And my apologies if I pronounced that wrong. Okay, and next one is Sonic 2. Right, and oh, classic Lemmings. Great game. Amazing they could fit that on there. Sonic Chaos. Again, another good game. Batman Returns. One of them games, thousands of them out there. Another brilliant game, Super Kickoff. Again, I remember playing that on the Amiga quite a bit. Sonic the Hedgehog, which is, from memory, is it the same as the Master System one or slightly different? But I know it's completely different to the Mega, well, different levels, different layouts and everything to the Mega Drive game. Shinobi, again, another fantastic arcade game. Still love playing that back in the day. Cliffhanger, well, why not? Gotta have one Sylvester Stallone game in your collection. And Mortal Kombat 2, again, another brilliant game for the handheld. So there you go. As I say, very impressed. I would say this is probably the first time I've seen a collection like this and a haul like this for good 6-7 years. Yeah, it's something you don't come across every day. I'm amazed that they did it. I'm glad they did it because I'm amazed also that it didn't get snapped up straight away, and I think that was down to the fact, I mean, it's a lesson learnt for me because I normally just go for the CD sections, DVD sections, and I think this was in with like the kids stuff, like the bric-a-brac there, and luckily enough my friend just happened to go along that way and spot this huge bag of games, and I'm so glad that they did, and they're not a collector themselves, and as I say, I managed to get a great haul there. So many thanks to my friend. You know who you are when you see this. As I say, I couldn't shut up about it for a good couple of weeks afterwards because, you know, again, when you get a big bag like that, as I say, I didn't know what I had in it, but you could see certain things. Obviously, it's a clear bag, so you see certain things poking through. So I knew there were a couple of good items in there. Didn't realise Mega Man was in there. Very happy about that. So there you go. I will see you next time.